Welcome to Lesson 4. The song we're covering today is We Wish You a Merry Christmas. It's left-handed a little tricky. I cover how to do that in the foundations under the song cipher, which is the key to the tricky bits. Okay? And in this particular song, we're doing a song in 3/4 time. That's the time signature. So there are 3 beats in every measure. I'm choosing familiar song, hopefully for most of you, to introduce that idea. But if you're curious, it is a song in 3/4 time, and so we have 3/4 notes in every measure. All right, so first I'm going to play the performance tempo. This is mostly for listening, so you get a sense of how the song goes, and then I'll do a practice tempo you can play with. All right, now practice tempo. I count in a full measure plus 2 more beats. So I'll count 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. We come in on the 3rd beat, and I'll give you a full measure. So you'll hear 5 beats of preparation. So you can come in with me, okay? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. There you go. All right, let's go on to the duet. The duet part is something someone can play with you, and you can play the melody. All right, so I'll count in like before in case you want to play along. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. And now the duet part by itself. I will bring you in on the first 2 melodies of the regular song so that we get it hooked up together. So I'll give you 5 beats. I'll play the starting note of the melody, and then I'll go over to the duet, okay? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. All right. So if you're trying to play this song by itself, in other words, you haven't seen any of the other songs that you can learn. I did want to mention playing with a recording can be very challenging because the recording just won't change. When you play with a real live person, they can like speed up and slow down according to what you're doing. So it's a lot easier in many ways. And you'll notice I was making the little T sound in between the long notes. When you play with someone else, keeping the beat is the thing that helps you stay together. So if both of you are keeping the beat, that's the glue that brings the duet and the melody together when the notes are supposed to happen at the same time. And this is part of the challenge, right? So when you go to play a duet and you're used to playing by yourself, that's all you have to pay attention to. When you do the duet, you have to pay attention to yours, and then you also have to listen to somebody else, and then you learn to bring them together. So it's a higher level of playing, and it's really worth doing. It's a lot of fun to play with other people. But if you're curious why, well, I can do it fine by myself. Why is it challenging to play with someone else? Because the beats have to sync up, right? And then you have to learn how to not only focus on what you're doing, but to be able to focus on both at the same time. And it's definitely worth doing, make you a much better musician. And if you find it challenging in the beginning, that's one of the reasons why. Okay? Thank you for joining me. I'm going on now to help the play-by-ear musicians, so you're welcome to check that out. Sometimes it actually helps the people who are playing by music or reading notes. And then I'll go on and make a video for those who are wanting to make up their own music, and that builds on the jam and some of the foundations. So it all kind of hangs together, and it's worth checking out if you haven't looked at some of those other videos. Thanks.